Una is the cutest little lamb, so fluffy and lovable you just want to hug her all day. Her best friend is Dot, a tiny chick who follows her everywhere. They're always together, playing, giggling and being the cutest pair around. Una and Dot is an adorable Blythe doll dressed in a lamb costume. The costume separates into a head and body crafted from fluffy white false fur. Pink fur adorns the inner ears and tips of the hands and feet, creating a charming silhouette with a plump belly. A tag featuring Una's name is attached to her ear. The matching half bonnet and apron feature mint green and yellow colouring that accentuates Una's cuteness. The half bonnet is accented with pale pink marguerites and edged with a pom-pom ribbon. The apron features embroidery with pink marguerites and a tiny chick, Dot. Her face type is Radiance Evolution. Her face colour is translucent cream. Her makeup consists of eyeshadow, which is light beige. Her lips are pink. They have a glossy finish and they are plump. She has pink blush. She has blue right-facing eye chips, aqua green front special colour eye chips, green left and pink front. Her eyelids are her default skin colour. Her eyelashes are default brown. Her hair colour is milk tea brown. She has no piercing, no manicure, and the contents of this set is a doll, a costume, which is a head and body, apron, half bonnet, shorts, and this says it has a stand, which is a waist holder, but I think this might be different inside. We'll check this. Welcome to another episode of the Doll Diaries. Now you may want to get yourself a cuppa because my videos are not always the shortest when I'm unboxing things, as you may know if you've been here before, but I'll try to move through it as quickly as I can to show you everything. So I've already given you an introduction on this doll, Una and Dot, and things that I probably haven't mentioned is that she arrived yesterday. I pre-ordered an illustration stage, which I may have shown you that illustration already. Maybe I'll put that on the screen again. And I was super excited because I think this doll is really good timing. Now, March Payne, who is a YouTuber, and I discussed Sailing Dominique, and I unboxed her when she arrived, but March didn't want to unbox her because he felt that she was more summery with a sailing theme. So he's holding fire till the summer of this year. But I think this doll has got an Easter theme, a spring theme, you know, spring lambs and things, chicks. It's got spring written all over it basically, hasn't it? And the timing is perfect because I received this doll on Tuesday the 3rd of March and Easter is going to be on the 4th of April this year. So if this had been a month later, there's a chance that this doll might not have been here in time for Easter. But there's not going to be any doll coming out at the end of March this year because they're having like a 1 month break, but there is a doll that you could pre-order yesterday, so I think she might be well, she's not totally out of stock. They normally release them twice, illustration stage and then a later stage, so the illustration amount have sold out basically in the Junior Moon website, and I think CC Toys are sold out now, but some people are getting them in other places, so have a look around. But the doll, she will be coming out. Her name is I think her name is Fruits. she's a collaboration with a magazine called Fruits that isn't in publication anymore. It was a fashion magazine in Japan. I think it ceased trading in 2016, so my friend told me, Vanessa, but they do have an Instagram page which I followed, so that's exciting. But anyway, we're talking in the beyond, aren't we? We're here to talk about Una and Dot, a gorgeous little lamb. Now, when I read out the description about her, it said that she'd got shorts. And when I read it, and then I was piecing some pictures together and things to coincide with my speaking, I could see she hadn't got shorts. She's got knickers on, or pants, just an underwear basically. And it says she's got a waist restrainer, but I don't think she has. I think that might be a misprint. I think she might be a bit more like what Zoe had. Now, Zoe is a kigurumi. She had a kigurumi outfit. The cat one, she's here actually. This is just coincidence. I hadn't planned this. And so she's here, but she's not wearing her kigurumi outfit. She's wearing an outfit I made. I made the socks, dress and bag, and she's using Heavenly Strawberry stand, because I can tell this because the strawberries are on it. So, but her stand, well, this one goes around the waist, the Heavenly Strawberry. You can see that. Well, Zoe's stand, her base was larger. It was blue. I've got it somewhere. I'll see if I can find it for this video. And it was longer because it went around her neck, just because of the bulk, because the cat costume had some padding in it and it just wouldn't have gone round the waist. So yeah, so I suspect this is going to be the same. I think that is a misprint. Now, I was watching a Japanese YouTuber opening this doll a little while ago. I've watched other things since. It's a bit of a distant memory now, but I think there's a sticker on the box where they've covered what stand is included in this. So I'll be interested to know if mine is the same. I'll just have a sip of my coffee. I've got a coffee machine. I grind the beans in the machine. So this is a nicely freshly brewed coffee in my Blythe mug. You may recognise some of the dolls on here. This doll I don't have, and this Junie Moon doll I don't have, but I do have Float Away Dream. So that's lovely, isn't it? I apologise if the lighting isn't the best. All the natural light is on my right side and there's no natural light coming from anywhere else. So I've tried to put some unnatural lighting in the middle and a little bit to the side if the batteries hold up, that is. So this is my doll. Now, I have done an intro. You will have seen an intro, but I haven't filmed that intro yet. That's why she's still in the box. So we need to get her out. Now, on here it tells you which doll is in the box, Una and Dot. I keep these, by the way. I keep these, I flatten them, I put them in my loft. The boxes that they come in, I keep. You might be able to see some of them sitting on the shelves. I keep them all in here at the moment anyway, and some are behind the dolls and some are just stacked up here and things. But I flatten these and then I keep the boxes. I don't plan on selling any. Who knows? You never say never. But I kind of think, well, in the future, I might not always be here. So maybe my boys might want to sell them. And then they've got all the boxes and everything. So for people in the future, you know, when I so I hope somebody else can enjoy them. Well, anyway, unless not, I've got descendants that love them. Well, anyway, these always have a carton number on them, and mine, it appears to say 428, I think that says, and there's Japanese writing on here as well. So it says Blythe in English, but if you have a look here, I'm learning Japanese, so that says Buru Isu. Isu. So they say Blythe like bright. I've heard them say like Bryce on videos. Buru Isu. So I think that says Blythe, I'm presuming, in their way. And I think this says like Una and Dot. I know that is an oo sound. A na, a, n, do, ts, like a ts sound. Imagine TSU and to. I don't know if that's like doll again. I'd expect it to end in a T sound. I think they shouldn't have put that apostrophe there actually, because that says Dodd. Dods. So yeah, I'm doing quite well learning my Japanese. This isn't the there's a hiragana and the katakana and the kanji. The kanji are extremely difficult to learn. There's so many, and I've seen a video where Japanese people are tested in the street, and even they don't know loads of them. I think you kind of learn the ones you need to know. So shall we get opening? Now I have put on a Easter themed top today. This is a top I made using it was Craft Cotton Company fabric. This was a few years ago, and it's got Miffy the Rabbit on it, and the pattern is called the Agnes by Tilly and the Buttons. And yeah, I've made quite a few of these, but I did raise the neck on mine, but this one I've done the neck as it is intended. I think this might be my third time making this actually, but I've made them all slightly different each time. But what I was thinking is, because this is so Easter themed, I might try and include more Easter makes and things in this video. And I have been fabric shopping. Now I know this doll has got a gingham belt on her apron, yellow gingham, and I know this doll has got a yellow gingham strap around her half bonnet. Now I went to Hobbycraft yesterday, I think it was, yesterday morning, and I tried to get some yellow gingham fabric and I couldn't find any in there. I couldn't get any yellow gingham ribbon. Well, I've ordered some. I did buy some fabric while I was in there, which I'll show you, but I came home and I ordered some from a shop in the Midlands, so that should be coming. I'm going to raid my stash to see if I've got any yellow gingham ribbon, but I want to make her a welcome gift, but I'm not sure what I'll make. Maybe a gingham dress would be nice. Now I know I've got some yellow gingham fabric somewhere, and it's all the way from Japan, from the Junie Moon shop, but because it was in these little packets, I don't know where I've put it, and I had it when I hadn't moved back into this room, so I'm going to have a look for that when I'm off camera. But I did get her a little something in my local co-op, which is a convenience store, a combini in Japan. And I got this little chick, and oh, isn't it cute? It's got these lovely embroidered eyes, and it's so soft. The brand, that's the brand of it. Aren't they lovely? Oh, so yeah, I've bought her this. Is it for me? Maybe. But I couldn't resist getting this for her. Now, I did buy mini eggs from Lidl, this big family bag, because they were quite a good offer. But guess what? We ate them. We ate them in February, so I had to buy another bag. So I've been keeping these in here on top of my cover stitch machine, which I keep on this. This is my cutting table that I'm filming off. And I've got my cover stitch machine facing this way, so I'd have to stand this side of the table. And my overlocker, they're kind of like back to back, and I have to stand on the other side of the table for my overlocker. And at the end of that, I've got a makeshift ironing board that my husband made for me years ago out of an IKEA like stand. It's kind of a good hack actually. Loads of people were doing it. It's not our idea. And then I've got my cutting mat on here, so doing all my cutting out, but then I'm having to film on here as well. So, and also I picked up these eggs from the co-op as well, fillable Easter eggs. it's got some foreign writing on this as well, and these are chicks. Now there were other ones, but I got these because they're chicks. I thought I was trying to get things that were chick themed or lamb themed, but what you find with Easter, things are mainly chicks and bunny rabbits. So so yeah, lambs are a bit more difficult to get, but they are out there. I did see a felt lamb or sheep bag in Hobbycraft, but yeah, it was grey. It didn't kind of go with Una. It didn't. Well, anyway, I'm going to keep her with the name Una. I went to primary school with a little girl called Una, and the thing I really remember about her, we was in the same school year, but we were never in the same class because I was one of the eldest in the year in my primary school, because I'm in October, because our cut-off is the start of September to the end of August with our school years. So I'm a start of October, so I was always one of the eldest, and because there was 2 classes, she must have been in the younger one. But I remember we used to get to school quite early, and I remember she couldn't eat bread, so she used to have special Holy Communion and things at Mass. So that was my first Una. And another Una that I know in real life is my husband. When I met my husband, he had a really good friend. We met on holiday, and he was on holiday with his friend, and his mum is called Una. So obviously my husband and I obviously stayed together all these years, so every now and then I see Una, who is my husband's friend's mother. So so I don't know 2 Unas, and they're the only 2 Unas I've ever known. So it's not a really common name. So I don't know if maybe it's Irish. It could be Irish, couldn't it? I don't know. I'll look up where the name Una originates from. Let's have some more coffee. Right, I've been to slice the top of this off camera a moment, but while I was getting some scissors, I saw this basket of things, and I think these were some of the things I had out last year. Now I have got a whole basket of Easter things in my loft that I've knitted and sewn and all sorts, and I don't know if I know where in the loft it is, but I will try and find it in this video. But I've got little knitted sheep heads and things up there. Well, anyway, this is a little sheep. She's got something on her face. Oh. Yeah, I knitted this little sheep quite a long time ago. I don't remember what year or anything, but she was a knitting pattern in a knitting and crochet magazine, and I don't know if the dress, she was supposed to be in a dress. I don't think so. I think I just decided to knock one of these up, but I can tell this must be pretty old because it's this fabric. I've had this fabric for years, and so I definitely think this was a long time ago. But she's really sweet, isn't she? I don't remember what pattern it is, but I do think I've got the little sleeve from the magazine in one of my knitting bags, and it will probably have a name on it. Again, I will try and find that out. I'll try and edit my video as I go, so if I say I'm going to do something, I'll remember to do it. Now this bunny I had in childhood, and my mum brought it round, I think last year or the year before. And these sell, on I did a little Google Lens thing, and people buy these. They were quite sought after. Not big money or anything, but people like to buy them. But it's there's holes in the little bloomers in the back of so the little tail can come through. But again, I will try and Google Lens this again, and I'll tell you what this bunny is. But yeah, this is from my childhood. But I just think this hat is pretty cool, isn't it? You could use this on a doll. Should we try this on Zoe, just because she's standing here? Ooh, misses. Yeah, and I could try it on a smart doll as well. Be too big for a doll like Barbie or anything, wouldn't it? But she's lovely, isn't she? So I'll put her there. And this must be something I maybe bought for my boys when they were younger. And I like filling these things up at Easter. I put in these particular ones, I usually put things in for my dolls, like new shoes and hair clips and things. And what it is, Junie Moon do this. You can buy these things where you can get a pair of shoes and hair clips and things, and they sell out rather quick. They sell out at 3 a.m. in the morning, basically, if you're in the UK, and you don't get a chance to buy them. So I just keep doing this. I fill them up at home. I do them myself. And this is one from when my boys were babies. I've got 3 boys, and this is in here. And this is a chick I think I knitted last year. It's cute, isn't it? This could be Dot. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I think of this? We've got a Dot ready for her. A big Dot and a small Dot. Chisai. Small. So, and there's an egg in here. And at the bottom of here, I can see Easter fabrics. I think this is what I do. I've got a pumpkin bag I made, and I keep all my Halloween fabrics in there because it just keeps them in one place. So I've got some Peter Rabbit fabrics, but I didn't want to really go down the bunny theme with this project, just because she's a lamb and she's got a chick. No bunnies involved. And I've got some artificial flowers in the bottom of here as well, because it's spring. Haru des. It's spring. Right, let's put all these back in here. And we may get these back out when we get Una out as well. And yeah, I think this video, I'm going to have loads of fun making this video. It may take me a bit of editing to do and a bit of time putting it together, but I think it will be well worth it. So at the moment of truth, it's been quite frustrating actually not being able to open it, because I video this. I have to wait until I can film. I have to wait so there's no screaming at the school over the road. Ta-da! So they come in this plastic when they arrive. So I'll get her out of here. Now, there's Japanese writing on the back of here talking about her narrative. But if you go to the very start of this video, the beginning, I basically read that in English right at the start. So don't worry that you're missing out on it. Oh, wow. Now, this doll sold out in minutes. Now, I can understand why, because for a few reasons. Now, pretend she hasn't got an outfit with her. She's a translucent skin, and there is a certain following of people.
Motion detected at the front door.
So, yeah, it was the postman. It was something for my son at the door. So, my eldest son. And my eldest son has gone down to Portsmouth today. He's working away until Friday. So, and he was in the County Durham last week. I normally share where he is on Instagram stories on one of my Instagram accounts, but I didn't share it this time. Well, anyway, I've had a look at her now because I've just been doing the filming for the intro of this video, and there is a sticker on here. There's one on mine. So this is to show, this goes around her waist, but I'm quite surprised but I think if you pick somebody in a video, a Japanese video, she peeled it off, and it was a bit messy. It doesn't come off very cleanly, and they had changed it. So I'll be really interested in seeing what this is like. Now, to me, it looks rather large, but who knows? We've got to get in there and have a look. Now, there's another thing I want to talk to you about this is, now, Blythe's never used to put these inserts in their stands. Then they did them for a certain amount of time, and now they've stopped doing them. But I was thinking I would like to put, themed things on mine. So I have ordered some gingham scrapbook papers, which are coming. So hopefully all these things that I've ordered are going to arrive. But I have designed a cutting file, and I've done it on my computer, and then I've put it into my Cricut machine. I had to do a bit of messing around. It's a bit of faff. Now, I'm not totally happy with my file, because I'll show you a picture. When I cut it out, it leaves this little edge on my mat. So it's kind of cutting it out twice. It's like it sees it as a thick line that it needs to cut out twice. And I don't know how to go around it, because when I was leaving it a very thin line, it wasn't really recognising my line. So I darkened it so it would see it, and now it thinks it needs to cut it out twice. So I don't know how to get around that at the moment. But however, the thing that you cut out turns out okay. Now I can keep resizing these. So this is a tad bigger than what they normally are, but I'll show you an example of one I've cut out on my machine. So this is the file that I've designed, which again I can resize this. So I could make a large, if this is a large stand, I could increase the size of it and make one for this doll in yellow gingham. If what I've ordered is what I think I've ordered. You never can tell, can you? Hopefully it's sturdy enough to do this. I suppose if it isn't, I could always back it and stick it to the thing that's stronger, couldn't I? But yes, so we need to get opening this gorgeous girl, and I will need to take some photos of her when I've slid her out, but I'll do all this on the other side. So I think I've done all the housekeeping this side of the camera for now, and maybe I'll come back to this side of the camera at some point, or maybe at the end or something, I don't know. But I think now we need to get to the other side, so I'll see you on the other side. I've been taking some really cute photos. Come out, Una, says Dot. Right, we're going to slide her out in a moment, although I do have to cut the sellotape. But I just thought you might want to have a look at her one last time. Especially if you're not going to buy this doll, I want you to feel the experience of what it's like opening. What's nice is, I suppose, if I can re-watch my own videos in the future and experience opening them all over again. Oh wow, look at her. Now she's a very natural, sweet looking doll, and I really like this look on a doll. She's very pretty. Her eyelashes look like they might have been pushed down a little bit here. Now her stand looks big. I'll try and show you here. I think that looks bigger than the standard. Do you know, some of them have a different shape. We'll have a look at some of the others in this video. Right, I'm going to go away and loosen everything off, and then we'll come back and we'll take everything out. Right, I've loosened everything. I've gone all around the box, the side, the bottom. There was nothing at the top, and there was a bit on the left, and I've loosened everything. So hopefully everything's going to come out now. So apart from, I didn't loosen the thing that is around her neck, because I didn't want her to fall out until the final thing. So this is the stand base. Oh, there we go. This is her apron. A Konoha apron this, and isn't it gorgeous? It's got these, they call these marguerites, these flowers, and they're all machine embroidered on, and the little dot chick is embroidered on. Now I'm kind of having flashbacks. My mum gave me a bunny that I had. It was my first toy when I was born, and I believe it had a bib on, and I'm sure it had an embroidered chick on it. But I need to check with my mum and see what she says. There's probably photos of me with it, and I have got it somewhere. She gave it to me when my boys were small, but I'd got so much on my plate I couldn't really look through my things lovingly. They kind of just got dumped in the loft. So, but yeah, it's so sweet, isn't it? And this is that gingham fabric I was talking about. Now this is going to be her lamb head. Oh wow. I think this is going to fit really nicely on her. It's got like a satin style fabric inside. It's got Velcro for attaching around the neck. These are her lovely ears with pink accents inside. And here is the tag that it was talking about on the... Do you remember when I was talking about it at the start? It's got the dot, little tag on the ear. And it's held in with a brad. That's really awesome, isn't it? It's like what you'd have on jeans. Oh, Una, you're so lovely. I love it when they have nice girly names. Like a name that I like as well, especially. Some of my girls that haven't got proper girly names, I've not named them, not all of them. Only some of them. So this is how a stand looks. It'd be interesting to see where this is going to come to. I think it's an under the arm stand. I think, looking at this. Right, we've only got to get Una right now. So what's different with this? Normally there's a plastic bit at the bottom holding the feet in, but this time that isn't here because she's got this costume on. Now I'm wondering, is this bonnet attached to her head? No, it isn't. It's attached to this. So I might get the scissors and trim these because I don't want to make any rips in the fabric. And there's one more up here. I pulled that one. It was just because I was struggling to get a gap between. I'll trim it. Oh, look at this. It's really lovely. It's very decorative, isn't it? I love all the ruffles and things. There's this lovely ruffle round here. And you've got this scalloped edge on this, and there's some more marguerites. That's what they call these flowers. I think it's a French word, marguerite. I don't think it's originally an English word, but I think we use a lot of French words for flowers and things here. Lovely. So, the moment of truth again. So, we're getting ready to free Una from her box prison, but luckily she's not been in it all that long because she's a new release. Yes, I think she's ready. And we're going to say Dobby's free, aren't we? Because if you don't know who Dobby is a character from Harry Potter. He's an elf. We all will him to be a free elf because he's a slave to a family. And so when I get these out, and my son used to say it when he used to get out of college, that's obviously how he felt getting out of college, like he'd been freed from his slavery. But he used to come out and say, phone me and say, Dobby's free, and he just wanted to be collected. So I say this for a little bit of fun on my videos. So just in case anybody gets confused, it's not something everybody says in England when they take a doll out. It's just something that I say because I think there has been some confusion. So let's get ready. Dobby is free. Oh, she's wonderful. Now, what my plan is with this doll... oh, just sorry, I'm getting distracted. I can see a little shape there, and that's showing where her cord pull was. And see, it's in her skin colour, the translucent skin colour. What was I going to say? I plan to have her dressed in this Easter attire every Easter. And I probably mainly leave her in it at the moment. But then the rest of the year, I think I might put her in other things and save this and get this outfit out every Easter. Just so I don't get tired of it. Be more of a novelty, won't it, getting it out once a year? That's what I think. Well, it's really, really squidgy. You know, you could take this doll to bed and cuddle up to her. She's so soft. And she's got a tail. Now, I'll leave the plastic on her head for now. I'll open this at the back. Now, we don't have an outfit yet to try on her because I haven't made one. I'm waiting for the fabric to arrive. So, she looks like this. Kono kanji desu. And so we need to get the plastic off her to do some eye changing, don't we? But that's her underwear, but I'm going to put something a little nicer on. I'm going to put these on. These are from the Junior Moon shop. She's got lovely skin. Some people matte the faces of them. It gives them a totally different look. I haven't done that to mine. Right, I'm going to get her costume back on and then we're going to get the plastic off her head and do some eye changing. Now let's see how easy or difficult this is to get on and off. So you can see the padding inside actually of this. Oh, actually, do you want to have a look before I start doing this? So there's a padding at the back and padding at the front. So it might be best to leave the padding sticking out at the back when, if yours sticks out, that is, if you're able to, when you're putting the doll back in the suit. I made a Kigurumi costume for Heavenly Strawberry Doll and she's still wearing it since I unboxed her. I've never taken her out of it. It just looks so amazing on her. And it's because I've got lots of other Blythe dolls I've been able to have fun with. I'm not short on them to do other projects and just leave them in something I like them wearing these days, which is nice. So there we go. So we'll get this plastic off her now. I'll give this a little sniff here. So you can remove this bottom one, it appears, without taking it off her head. So shall we do this? Or shall we get this off? I'm going to get this off. Let's get a brush. It kind of kinks out, a bit like Sandy from Grease Lightning, the movie. Well, it's not Grease, it's called just Grease, isn't it? Not Grease Lightning. Grease Lightning is a song. Look at me, I'm Sandra Dee. Right, those are her special colour. So I listed all the colours at the start of this video, didn't I? So now we're getting to see them. So this is the only special eye colour she has. Oh my goodness, I just love her. I just love this hair colour. So there's her side green, her front pink, which really do suit this doll. They're the same colour as her lip colour. and side blue. So I'm going to put her back on a special. I often leave dolls who've got one special eye colour on their special eye colour. It's often my favourite. So we're going to put this on. So I'm a little bit confused because, now that's the neck, isn't it? Right, it's this way. So the tag will be on our right side, and the small opening is for the neck and the large opening is for her face. Oh my goodness. She looks so cute. Kawaii desu ne. Oh, she's the sweetest, isn't she? Oh, so let's get this apron on her. Now she's got quite a tummy. Now this is a conundrum if you've got a large tummy. Do you put your thing, it's like men, isn't it, with a large tummy. Do they pull their trousers over their tummy or do they put it underneath? Or should we just go in the middle? I need to probably look at her pictures. I really don't know how it goes. Oh, the poor girl. And this is what we'll all be looking like after Easter, won't we? When we've been indulging on Easter eggs and things, and mini eggs. So I'm going to put her this way. This is just like wallpaper on a board, so it's pretty soft. It shouldn't cause her any issues. I'll try and make this nice and even. Now I think this would go around the back, this bow. Sometimes with these dolls, they make the ribbons so long, you can actually, one looks longer than the other, doesn't it? I'll try this again. It might not be anything I can fix, but it's going to be at the back anyway, so it's not a huge issue. Yeah, one's longer than the other, but we won't worry too much. Right, let's turn around. So this is handy because my Heavenly Strawberry is in a Kigurumi costume and she's got long hair. So her hair is still in the plastic and it's all tucked in. I've never removed the plastic from her. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I'm really happy my friend Vanessa managed to order this doll, and she's from another Japanese site, and she's on her way and she's so excited about it. And Vanessa, she won't disappoint. And people have said to me on the Facebook group, the 100% Blythe Facebook group, saying, Claire, you're going to love her. I think Laurie said that. But I love this colour. I don't think I've had a stand in this mint green. It's really lovely. So we're going to put her half bonnet on with her marguerites. So do you think it's one of those that go, I'm going to try this, go around the back first and then come around the front? I'll tie this bow. I'm going to put her upside down. Now, does one look shorter? They look the same. Sometimes it's useful if when you tie it, one's longer than the other. So then it's a bit more even than when you tie your bow. I'm a bit of a fusspot, to be honest, when it comes to these bows. I think that's not a bad job actually, is it? Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. And here's a lovely Dot apron. Should we get Dot Chick? Ah, look, looks like she's looking at her adoringly, and she just looks nonchalant about it, doesn't she? She doesn't really care. She's got that look. So I'm going to try this stand now on her. So we'll do this from the side. So I'm going to attempt to go under this apron tie. Now, as I say, I don't know if I'm doing this correctly. I don't think I've had an underarm stand before. Is that going to stand? Let me try her. It's okay. I might try going above this to see if it's any better. Right, I can see under her arm, look. That's there. So I'm pretty confident she's not going to fall over. No, she won't. Right, I'm going to get us over the other side so you can see. She is just so perfect. Honestly, I can see why people are just so excited about her. I think you need to hold her and be around her to really, truly experience this. Because you can feel the softness of the fur. It's just so cuddly and things. I've decided to go back to this book, the Blythe sewing book number 64, and I'm going to make the cover picture. Now, I've made this dress a number of times, but I thought, well, it's gingham, isn't it? So I'm going to start tracing out some patterns and I'll get making. I'm at my sewing machine and I'll show you how I'm getting along here. I've sewn all the pleats in the front and back and sewed the shoulder seams together, and I've done the same on the lining piece, and now I'm going to be stitching around the neckline and round the sleeve holes as well. Maybe I'll mark that if my pen's working. Now here is Zoe and Sailing Dominique. Screws are out. Let's unjam. I managed to finish making the headband, but now I'll show you all that in a moment. But now we're going to cut out these, and we've got Zoe's stand here, and I'm going to do one for her as well in this yellow. So they have finished, so I've got to unload and I need to peel these off. So here we are, the grand reveal. Here's Dot, that I bought from the co-op, the Combini, the convenience store, and I have dressed up Zoe and her pet fish in Una's lamb costume. And look at Una. How sweet does she look? Now this is my idea. If this doll was to come with an outfit and her kigurumi outfit, she came with two, this is what I would choose. This is my vision for this doll as something that coordinates. What do you think? I'm rather pleased with how it's turned out. And yeah, I've had so much fun making it. My machine, I nearly thought I'd have to throw it out. But yes, I've managed to sort it. I had to take it apart a few times and put it back together, but we got there. And look, here's how my things have come out. Now this paper is rather thin. It is. But it's not too bad. It does the job, doesn't it? And yeah, I think it really suits this, and it looks lovely on Zoe's. See, Zoe's is taller, look. It goes around the neck, but this one goes under the armpit, but they're kind of the same shape at the top, which I've shown you different stands before. Like generally they're waist stands, and sometimes you get ones that go around the thighs to go under big gowns. But yeah, I haven't got my Easter things out of the loft, but maybe I'll do some more videos before Easter. I'm not entirely sure at this time, but I hope you liked seeing what I created for Una and everything I did in this video. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you sticking with me this far, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.